Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. Guys, there's 10,000 subscribers on this channel now. Thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful for your support. I'm so grateful that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm posting, and I'm so grateful to hear from so many of you that it's helping you with your adoption journey. That's what this channel is here for, and I love hearing your comments and love hearing about your adoption journey. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the requirements that you need to adopt a child. I get a lot of comments from you guys asking me different questions like, hey, I live in an apartment, is that going to be enough? Or I'm engaged, is that going to be enough? Or my boyfriend is not okay with this, is that going to be enough? So I thought I'd make a video to just kind of talk you guys through the requirements for adopting a child so that you know what you need to do if you're not in a place yet to actually adopt. Because I do hear from a lot of you who are saying, I'd love to adopt in the next 10 years. I'm still in college. So how do I kind of get myself prepared for that so that I'm ready to go when I'm done with college or when I start my career? Okay, so we're going to talk about that today. But before we get started, I want to tell you guys about this absolutely new thing that I'm doing that I think is going to help you guys so much. It's called the Adoption Journey Kickstart. And it's basically your blueprint on how to start your adoption journey in 7 days or less and do it very quickly without researching forever online trying to figure out what to do. It's all there for you. In 7 days or less, you can be ready to start your adoption journey. It's only $27. You can click the link below to get access to that. And I'd love to hear how that helps you start taking the right first steps in the right direction. Okay, so again, click the link below to get access to that. All right, guys, let's jump into the video. So I'm going to talk about 5 requirements to adopt a child. Okay, the very first one is you have to be an adult. Okay, I mean, I know that goes without saying, but I wanted to make sure that I put it in here so you guys know that. You have to be an adult to adopt. That's the very first requirement. Now, you can be single or married. Okay, in this video right here, I made a whole video for you single people to help explain to you why you are so important and why you don't need to be married to adopt. And there are children out there that actually need single people because of the abuse and trauma that they experienced in their past. Okay, so you don't have to be married to adopt. You can be single. Now, when it gets a little hairy is if you are engaged, for example, or you have a boyfriend. I've talked to some folks that were in this kind of situation. They're trying to figure out what to do. So my recommendation usually is, it's better if you're single completely or if you're married before you even kind of start taking steps towards your adoption. Because what I've found is that if you're engaged to be married or you have a boyfriend, a lot of times that boyfriend or girlfriend may be the one who's actually keeping you from doing what's on your heart. So if adoption is something that you really want to do, that's really on your heart and you want to help children, you want to make sure that the partner and the person that you marry or that you're going to be engaged to has the same heart. Because it'll be really hard for you to try to adopt if your significant other is not on board. Okay, so that's requirement number 1. Requirement number 2 is that you have to complete your home study. Okay, you guys know all about that. Now, in this video right here, I also talked a little bit more about the home study and what you can expect with that. And so, yeah, your home study is basically the investigation that a caseworker has to do on your family and on you if you're single to make sure that you're actually able to adopt. They want to make sure you're not a criminal, you're not a sex offender, right? You're not a child abuser and all kinds of other things. And so if you watch that video that I put right here earlier, it'll give you more information about the home study if that's something that you just want to know more about. All right, requirement number 3, you need finances to adopt. Now, this is a huge topic and it makes a lot of people mad because the cost of adoption can be very inflated and it can be ridiculous, to be honest with you. And you guys know that there are a lot of adoption professionals out there who are scamming people. And so you have to beware of those. But there are also adoption professionals who really love the kids and who really have a heart to help kids be placed in safe families. And so just like anything in the world, you have your scammers and then you have those who are actually doing it with a good heart. And so, yes, you need to spend money for your adoption. This is not about buying a baby. just because scammers and people who have evil intentions have turned it into this thing where people are buying babies. Adoption is not about buying a baby. When you are spending money for your adoption, what you're doing is you're paying a professional to help you match with a pregnant mother. Okay, because there's a way that you can match. They have to follow the legal requirements to make sure that the matching process is being done legally. So because they're offering you a service, you are paying them for their time and their service. So you're not buying the baby, you're paying the professional to give you the service of the matching. Okay, now professionals, what they also do, some of them, is that they also give the mom counseling, and they give her all the information that she needs to make sure that she's making the right decision. In some states, you have to pay for some of the mom's fees and cover some of her expenses. And so all of that depends, and it goes from state to state, but there are laws in each state that govern how to do adoptions and the amount of money that's appropriate for certain things, okay? So you are not buying a baby. You are purchasing a service so that they can help you match and make sure that everything is getting done legally, okay? And in one of my videos, I talked about all the different professionals out there that you can use and the pros and cons of each. Okay, so that is requirement number 3. Now, requirement number 4 is that you have a clean and safe home, okay? That goes without saying. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be in a house. It just means you need a space. You just need a space that's clean, that's safe, where that child can be comfortable, okay? Most of the time, if you're adopting, you want that child to have their own room, especially if you want to do foster care adoption. They want to make sure that child has their own room. So you just want to make sure that you have a safe space. Now, I have a lot of questions about, is it okay if I'm living with my mom? Is it okay if I'm living with my dad? Yes, it's okay if you're living with a relative, because when the caseworker is doing your home study, they're going to do background checks on all the people that are living with you. Now, if you're kind of like just hanging out with some friends and you're sharing a house with like 3 other people and you may be moving in the future, I would caution you and say maybe wait until you have your own space before you adopt. But if you're living with relatives, different cultures, they're in their culture to live with their relative, with grandma, with mom, or whatever, that's completely fine. The caseworker will do background checks on those people to make sure that they're all safe and you can still move forward with the adoption, okay? They just want to make sure that they're not placing a child in your home and these other people here would then perpetrate on that child. So they will do background checks on anybody else that's living with you, okay? So again, you just want a clean and safe space for your child. All right, number 5. This is not really a requirement. You're not going to really find that anywhere, but that's something that I really drill into my students that come through our adoption program, is having support. Having support is imperative when you are wanting to adopt, because the nuances of the adoption process, the length that it could take, the wait time, the potential of mom saying no and keeping her baby, and then you having to be rematched again, with the roller coaster that comes with adoption, you want a strong support system to help you navigate through it, and knowing that you have somebody that you can talk to. Not only that, but even having a counselor that you can talk to apart from your family members who actually understands adoption and can hear what's going on with you and can give you advice is so crucial. Okay, so again, it's not a requirement, but I strongly recommend that you find yourself a really, really good support system. You have family members who are cheering you on. They'll be there with you through the way. Maybe you have family members and friends who are willing to help you with the finances as well for the adoption and who are really rooting for you to do this. Okay, that's really going to help you go a long way. All right, so those are the requirements for adopting. So if you're looking to adopt, those are the basic requirements. Now, if you want to do, foster care adoption or international adoption, there may be a few more things that you have to do for that. Obviously, for international adoption, you have to travel out of the country to go meet your child. Okay, that's going to be a requirement. But these were just kind of the basic. This is just like, step A. If you want to know how to get ready to adopt, these are the 5 things that I would strongly recommend that you work on before you kind of get to that place where you're like, okay, now I'm ready to get started. Okay. Now, again, like I said earlier, I am offering the Adoption Journey Kickstart. It's only $27. You can click the link below to get access to it. And it's basically your blueprint on how to start your adoption journey in 7 days or less and do it very quickly without researching forever online trying to figure out what to do. It's all there for you. in 7 days or less, you can be ready to start your adoption journey. All right, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and share this video with your friends. Hitting subscribe really helps my content get out into the algorithm and to help more families understand how to adopt, how to grow their family through adoption without losing a ton of time, money, or hope in the process. All right, so I will see you in the next video.